Hey there, welcome back to Total Geek Baltimore Presents. I am Baltimore, and today I am bringing you the animated series Justice League. Yes, that's the 2001-2004 series Justice League that came out on Cartoon Network. It was 2 seasons long, 52 episodes, a lot of content there, and it was really freaking amazing. It was great. It was a lot of fun and really well done. This is an extension of the Timverse, which, if you don't know, is Bruce Timm, named after Bruce Timm, who was the art director of the Batman animated series in the 90s, also the Superman animated series as well, as long with Batman Beyond and Static Shock. So he had a great, presence in the DC animated universe, and this was, the extension of that. This is what came after Batman and Superman. So the Justice League was really, really fun. The first season of it was all two-parters. Every single episode was two-parters. And for me, that got a little, dragging because it was kind of a formulaic... it kind of relied on that too much, and I wasn't super in love with that. However, the actual... the actual content, the episodes themselves were really good. There was nothing that was just like, this is kind of a filler episode. It was all really good. They did kind of stand alone. There wasn't a lot of progression, so you didn't necessarily have to watch them in order, except for the first opening and the season finale. But it was really good because you have the first 2 episodes is like the secret origins, how the Justice League became the Justice League. And you've got Superman, you got Batman, you got Wonder Woman, you've got Martian Manhunter, you've got Flash, you've got Green Lantern, you've got Hawkgirl, Flash, I think I said. So you have those as the big 7, and they've come together to stop the White Martians from an alien invasion of Earth. And so they all come together, they stop it, and they decide to become a team. And they have the Watchtower, which is an orbiting space station that serves as their base. And it's really, really good. They did an amazing job with the show, creating spotlights for each of the characters to shine. You had, most of these two-parters were dealing specifically with one of the Leaguers. There was a great one with Wonder Woman, and when she actually brought the League to help Themyscira. And because of that, she was exiled because she brought man to Themyscira. Even though they saved the day and were able to save Themyscira, she had to suffer the consequences. So that was really fascinating to see that happen, and to be that the ramifications of their actions actually be brought forth. Another really fun episode was when Aquaman guest starred, and you have him fighting against his brother in Atlantis, and him losing his hand and getting the hook. So that was a really cool way to include him. And it was a lot of fun. That you have the flirtation and the romance of Hawkgirl and Green Lantern, John Stewart. Which was really fun to see. And then for me, I had my experience with Justice League as a property was really only the Super Friends and Challenge of the Super Friends. So it was based on those cartoon series. Yes, I knew of Justice League. I knew of the comics, and I've read a few of them, but I didn't have the breadth of knowledge going into it. So I saw a lot of things with kind of fresh eyes, which I thought was a really enjoyable process for me, because I got to kind of get the experience and the connections and the interactions and developments kind of as a newbie. And I really, really enjoyed it. I thought they did an amazing job. You have one thing I found was interesting is in the comics you have the Justice League, and you also have the Justice Society of America, and that was the golden age of superheroes in the 50s, 45 and 50. And it was basically the quintessential heroes, and you had a lot of counterparts. You had a Green Lantern counterpart, a Flash counterpart, so on and so forth. Um, but for this series, they weren't able to use the Justice Society name, so they called it the Justice Guild, as a tribute episode to one of the creators of the JSA. So that was kind of neat. You have Gorilla Grodd and Flash, and that was a fun episode together. You have the Injustice Gang coming together that they have to fight against, which would be Cheetah, Lex Luthor, Joker, Copperhead, Star Sapphire, Solomon Grundy, Shade, and Ultra Humanite. So it was a good team up in a match of bad guys versus good guys, which was really fun. The animation was very, very, very fun, all in keeping with the Timverse style. First perfected with the Batman animated series and continued on with Superman. So it was a really, really, really fun, really cool way to, keep that going. Um, in the second season, they had the actually first standalone issue or standalone episode, which was I believe it was their Christmas kind of episode, which was kind of cool because you got to see them um, in a new light. Celebrating a holiday. It was always kind of fun to see characters, superheroes acting like normal people. Um, and one thing that was pretty interesting about the DC characters coming in from it, they've always felt like gods among humans. So that this kind of humanized them and made them a little bit more relatable, which was great. Um, the second season, like I said, it dealt with Apocalypse and Darkseid. So you have a lot of that with Vandal Savage. You have the Crime Syndicate, basically the alternate evil versions of the Justice League, which is really cool. I love alternate versions of characters. This tops it. This was really great because Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, but bad. And that was really fascinating. So that was really cool to see. And they were called the Justice Lords, I believe, for this iteration. But that was really, 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 really cool. One of the two-parters was a Hereafter, written by Dwayne McDuffie, who had a big hand in the Justice League creation of the animated series. Amazing creator, which is basically Superman is thought dead, but in reality he's transported, I think, 20,000 years in the future, or very, very far flung in the future with Vandal Savage, and the sun is gone red, so he doesn't have his powers. So it's kind of interesting, to see him kind of trying to survive, figure out what's going on, and get back to his own time. So that was a really cool episode. Starcross was really good, which sees the end of the season 2, and it's basically Thanagar, which is where Hawkgirl is from, all the Hawk characters, and they come to invade Earth, and she is stuck because in reality she was sent to Earth as a spy, but she found Earth appealing and became one of its heroes, and she has a struggle. She has a choice to make. And the Justice League find out about this alliance, and her allegiance is questioned. And it's really, really powerful because at this point, she and John Stewart are together. And you see their conflict and their heartbreak and the trust and everything. It's just really, really, really fascinating. It was a great, great moment. The great series way to close, this Justice League. They had 2 seasons, 52 episodes, a lot of work. So that was really, really interesting to kind of conceptualize the entirety of the Justice League. But they weren't done. They had planned a Justice League animated film that would bridge the gap between the next iteration of Justice League, which would be Justice League Unlimited. However, the plans were scrapped and they didn't go forward with that. They just went ahead with the Justice League Unlimited. But this animated series, this Justice League, set up the tone, set up everything that you would expect Justice League to do as a film, as a series. It was great character development, great fight scenes. The art was really great. The animation style was really, really familiar, and that was appealing to me. And it was really really great. Voice work was very good, um, and you just cared for the characters. Not no not knowing them very well, I fell in love with them very easily. And that was, I think, one of the credits to Dwayne McDuffie and the other creators who were a part of this, to really create a show that mattered to people, that people were invested in and felt a connection to. Um, you have Flash, which was really really fun, and it kind of tweaks the character a little bit to make it work here, but it was really fabulous. Uh, Having John Stewart as the Green Lantern here was really great because you got a lot more depth to him. Martian Manhunter was really fascinating because it's that quintessential man out of place um, story, which was really compelling, and he was very powerful. But he's very vulnerable as well. So that was a really great dichotomy to experience as the series progressed. But Justice League was really really great. I really enjoyed it. I thought they laid a groundwork that was fantastic, which they would build off of in the next series, which basically was a continuation of it. So amazing, so wonderful, and I absolutely urge you to watch the series. Uh, Take a weekend, just do that, and you won't regret it. Let me know which Justice League character is your favorite. Are you a Superman fan? Are you Batman or Wonder Woman? Tell me who your favorite is. What was your favorite episode that you watched? What was your favorite part? What was your favorite moment? All of that. So just go ahead and below, like, comment, and share, and subscribe if you like what's going on. I will be back to give you more greatness as soon as possible. Thanks again. As always, it's all geek to us. And I know I talk about it, and I just have to tell you, I love the series so much. I have both of them here. Definitely take it, watch it. It's really great. Justice League Season 1, Season 2. You won't be disappointed. All right?